I'm admittedly pretty torn on episode 3 of Hazbin Hotel season 2. Look, I understand that everything that happens in this episode makes sense for the characters. Obviously, Charlie's going to absolutely freak out by any stretch of the imagination if she gets a little bit of evidence that redemption works. This is her life's work. This is what her goal is. So, of course, yes, she's going to freak out and want to tell everyone, but not even listening to her friends and immediately contacting Vox Tech into being a lot. Maybe it's just my secondhand embarrassment for how much she absolutely embarrassed herself in front of everyone. Maybe that's what got ahead of me and why I feel a little bit weaker on some of this stuff. But Vox obviously takes advantage of the situation, starts another smear campaign because Charlie is just too naive to think through anything. Angel Dust's story in this is pretty interesting because we tried to redeem someone live on camera. Again, another plan that Charlie puts zero thought into. We do get some interesting reveals on maybe you have to redeem the specific sin that you committed, which I just think is the logical explanation. It's not like a mind-blowing thing, but it is like, okay, cool, now we have a stepping stones to get to further redemptions down the line. But Angel Dust having killed her presumably abusive dad, that's a pretty interesting sin because the character of Angel Dust and the sex and drugs that they're addicted to would make you think that that would have to do with the sin. But now it seems like that just might be the out or the remedy that they use to help deal with this sin that they committed or their shitty childhood. So that stuff with Angel Dust, I think, is really strong in this episode. The stuff with Cherry dealing with Pentious' death and now coming and wanting to stay at the Hazbin Hotel, presumably to get redeemed so that she can be with Pentious. That stuff also really worked with me. Her duet with Pentious, it was good. I think both of the songs in this episode were pretty decent. There were some really good moments in that duet, but there was also a lot of moments that kind of felt a little whatever to me, admittedly. Maybe that's a controversial opinion. The second song, I barely even remember. I think it was okay. But again, it wasn't one of the strongest. I think after episode 2, which right now is one of my favorite episodes of Hazbin Hotel, coming to this, I don't want to say I'm disappointed, but I'm not like invigorated for the rest of the season like I felt with the first 2 episodes. Hopefully I don't piss too many people off with that opinion. This is just my genuine thoughts. Also, there's no clips above me on TikTok, Instagram. There's never been on YouTube because of copyright, but I got a copyright claim on my last video, even on TikTok, because I used too much. Whatever, there's not going to be any clips. It's just going to be me talking for Hazbin Hotel, so yeah. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Drop a like and follow as always. And as always, stay nerdy.